Morning, people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Couch Ultra, and I just wanted to say a few words about this new program that the Sounders have going on called First Match on Us. It's an outreach program to look for potential new fans that maybe have not caught a match before, and I'm all for it. I am. Any attempt, any effort at growing the fan base, not only for the Sounders, but for the game in general, I am behind. So I applaud them for that. What do you get? It's 2 free tickets and an option to buy another 4 at a discounted rate from the ECS or other outlets, and a scarf. So, kind of a good thing. You have a choice out of, you can pick one of 11 games that they have for an option, and, being able to do that, it's a pretty cool idea. And like I said, I'm all behind it, but you gotta ask yourself, why are we here? Why are we giving away tickets? And I would bring to memory all of the ridicule over the Groupon tickets back in the day. I mean, I think we only stopped seeing comments about Groupon fans maybe last year, and that was something like 12, 13 years ago. So, I wonder if that was considered at all, but even if it wasn't, it's still a good program. But you do have to ask yourself, why did we get here? Why are we making this decision? And it's been pretty obvious as we watched numbers come down. In a stadium like Lumen Field, the numbers come down 10,000 out of 42, and suddenly it doesn't look so full. Even though there are 31,000 average people there attending Sounders matches on a regular basis, we still average 31,000, right around there. We're third in MLS. It's not bad, and it's not bad. But on the other hand, we've lost a lot of that kind of momentum, that growth momentum, and the excitement around the club in the city. I don't think we see as much about them anymore. And are we providing a product that is, attractive, that makes people want to go see it? That's the question. You got to think about those meetings where they started talking about dropping attendance and what they were going to do to solve it. This is not a bad idea, but the reason for it and this drop-off that we've seen is that the Sounders have become, as I was watching a short from the guys at Rave Green TV, and I have been agreeing with them for a while, we're kind of boring. We're a normal MLS team. Yes, we do well. We have good runs in the playoffs. We're a good team. We're managed well. We have decent players, good MLS players that can average a really good finish at the end of the season. It's just the way it works, except for that one time. But what's lacking is that little bit extra. Having players on the field that people are wanting to come and see. And so one of the questions that had to be asked, and I don't know if it's been addressed, is, why? Why are we going through this every year? And like I said before, we have decent MLS players. We do. We have a good team. It's going to probably, most likely, have a decent season with a good run in the playoffs. And we'll be where we are again next year. But the one thing we're missing is that spark that makes people want to come and see the team because there's excitement about it. Most people aren't going to just follow MLS. Most people aren't just going to follow MLS on a day-to-day basis like some of us do. And so we need to think about the entertainment value of it. Where are our marquee players anymore? Where is Martins and Dempsey? I remember people online laughing at us when even the thought of Martins and Dempsey coming in was brought up. Never happened. It'll never happen. And then it happened. And everybody shut up. And now, but that time has passed for us. And we don't seem to be looking at adding that back to the team. You look at the teams that are really, really killing it, and I don't need to win an attendance cup, but you look at the teams that are really killing it, that have excitement about them, and we all know who they are. I mean, look at the players. Miami, you got Messi, Alba, Busquets, Suarez, one team. LAFC, I mean, can you imagine if LAFC had stuck with the Chivas model? They would not have a full house of completely black-clad psychopaths every week. They wouldn't. It would be Chivas. And we all know what that was. But they saw something. They saw a vision for their team, and they have gone about bringing people in by putting a product on the field that people want to come and see. People want to come see Olivier Giroud score goals. They do. They want to see Hugo Lloris take charge of that backfield. Having him in goal, you watch it and it seems, okay, does he lose? Sure. Goalkeepers give it goals. But that guy, and he is just world class still. And people want to see that. Who else is out there? Marco Reus over at the LA Galaxy. Benteke, sorry. At DC. Wilfred Zaha now at Charlotte. And back at Atlanta, Miggy and the king of Klickhausery, which being a Leeds fan, I will say, okay, yeah, he's a draw. Mateus Klick. My man Clicky. They have players from overseas. And it doesn't have to be overseas. Marquee players that people want to come and see play. It's that simple. I don't think we've been particularly smart with the use of our DPs, and it's left us in a position where we have been unable to bring in those marquee players. The way that the contracts have lined up and stacked up and staggered, it leaves us in this position of constantly not having a spot for a marquee player. So instead, maybe of blowing it on a player that maybe won't return the kind of investment we're putting into it, why don't we be a little patient with those next time, hold it back, and wait for that opportunity to come along where we can bring in a marquee player, a world-class player. Part of this program for free tickets is about capitalizing on the Club World Cup. And that's smart. They should. But one of the because it gets us out there, it gets us in the conversation of world football. But the other thing that does it, and does it on a consistent basis, is having those marquee players that are still going to get talked about, reported on, and watched from around the globe. A global presence in soccer. People watch Inter Miami. They watch the Inter Miami games overseas because those guys are playing. If you have world-class players, you're going to have people that want to watch them play. That's all it is. I'll see you after the Cruz Azul game, and have a great day. Until next time, the Couch Ultra is out.